In this video I'm building a $7,500 GPU mining rig, and I'm gonna be explaining why I'm doing this now at what some of you probably think is the worst possible time ever when Ethereum mining is coming to an end in just a couple of weeks. So that, plus my plan and mining strategy for this rig is what's coming up. Warning, there are people pretending to be me in the comments and on social platforms. I'll never ask you to add me on WhatsApp or Telegram, and I'll never ask you to send me money, crypto, or your personal information. Alright? So please be careful, use your common sense, and don't let any of these imposters fool you. Alright, now back to the video. Hey, how's it going, GPU heads? Thanks for clicking on my video. Seb Heslo here, and this is the first video in a new series I'm starting here on the channel, where in this first episode I'm going to be building this mining rig that is focused specifically at mining after the Ethereum merge. And then in the next episode in the series I'm going to share what I estimate that this mining rig will make in terms of profit after the end of Ethereum mining. So by the way, subscribe if you don't want to miss that video. And then in coming episodes we're going to be checking in on the rig from time to time to see if it's still profitable, how much it has mined, if I'll ever get my return on investment, or if I just wasted a bunch of money and this was a stupid idea basically. But the coolest part is that I'll be mining publicly on this rig, so you guys can follow along and see on the pool just how much coin we're yielding. So to start this video off, I'm gonna be explaining why I'm doing this, what GPUs I got, and what my sort of plan and mining strategy with this rig will be. We'll then quickly build the rig and see what hash rates we can get. But first I just want to say a quick thank you to the sponsors of this video series, Minerdude and Herominers. Without them, this series wouldn't have been possible. More about them later. So a few weeks ago I made a video called what will actually happen to mining after the Ethereum merge, which by the way you definitely should go check that out after this video. I'll leave a link for it in the description as well as up in the card there. And in that video, of course, I talk about how we all have to switch to mine other coins. But how do you know who will still be profitable and who will have to switch their rigs off? Well, I basically made the prediction that as long as you have the most efficient mining rig for a specific coin, you should still be profitable after the merge. And that's because if you have the most efficient rig possible, you should basically be able to push any other person's rig into unprofitability while you yourself still stay profitable. So then I thought, why don't I put my money where my mouth is by putting this prediction to the test and take you guys along for the ride with me. But instead of building a mining rig that is the most efficient for one coin, I'm building a mining rig that is the most efficient for 3 coins at the same time. And as an added bonus for you guys, I'm going to be mining these coins on public addresses, so you guys can track the earnings of this rig live on the Herominers pool. More on that later. Now, I don't know if I made this clear enough, but basically I'm not doing this to sort of say, hey, look what a great idea this is, you guys should be doing it too. Rather, it's almost the opposite, where basically I'm doing this for those of you guys who feel like you don't want to take a risk like this, but would still be really interested to see what would happen if you did. So it's basically me taking this risk for you guys, and then you guys can follow along from home. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in here real quick. Now let's get back to the video. Let's have a look at the actual hardware for the mining rig, and to start we have this 12 GPU server case from Minerdude. And the decision to get this server case for the mining rig was a complete no-brainer, because I wanted something that was going to be reliable and power efficient. And as I found in my review of the Minerdude X12, which uses the exact same hardware as this Minerdude X12, it uses less electricity than an open air rig while still keeping the cards cooler. It has all of these smart features like temperature controlled case fan speeds and environmental sensors. And because it's a server case, managing the heat from the GPUs is so much easier compared to an open air rig. So after I had the idea for this video series, I basically reached out to Minerdude asking if they would send me one of their server cases for this build, and luckily they said yes. Next, let's talk about the GPUs and what coins we'll be mining on this rig. We got 3 kinds of GPUs here, and the thing they all have in common is that they are the most efficient GPU available on specific coins that have ASIC resistant algorithms. Alright, so first off we have 4 of these RTX 3070s, which is the most efficient GPU for mining Ergo. Then we have 4 of these RTX 2080 Ti's, which is the most efficient GPU for mining Flux. And finally we have 4 of these RX 6700 XTs, which is the most efficient GPU for mining Ravencoin. And it just so happens that those are the 3 coins that we will be mining on this rig: Ergo, Flux, and Ravencoin. And the reason why I chose those 3 coins is that they are all focused on GPU mining, and they have algorithms that resist ASICs. Which basically means that if you have the most efficient GPUs, you have the most efficient mining rig possible to mine those coins. Now for fun, I thought, Let's also throw one of these iPollo Ethereum Classic miners into the mix to give us a fourth coin to follow. So I'll be mining Ethereum Classic on this one, and you'll be able to follow that on the Herominers pool as well. Now, these iPollos technically aren't the absolute most efficient mining rig for Ethereum Classic. They're the second most efficient, only beaten by the Jazz miners. Now, me personally, I don't think there are enough Jazz miners in this world to completely take over the whole Ethereum Classic network and make everything else unprofitable. So I think these iPollos should still be nice and profitable after the merge. And I actually have a discount code with Jingle Mining if you guys do want to get one of these iPollo miners, or a Jazz miner for that matter. And I actually think that that is the best possible price that you can get on one of these miners. So check that out. I'll leave that discount code and link to Jingle Mining in the description of this video. So as I mentioned earlier, I will be mining on public addresses on the Herominers pool, so you guys can track just how much I'm yielding of each coin. And Herominers have decided to sponsor this video series so that they can tell you that basically they're doing everything they can to help you guys stay profitable after the Ethereum merge. Not only by supporting a big amount of mineable coins with servers in over 12 locations around the globe, which means no matter where in the world you're mining from, you should have a great connection to the pool. But they are also doing 0 fees through all of September on Ethereum Classic, Ergo, Flux and Ravencoin. So that means no block reward fees, no parallel assets fees on both current and future parallel assets, which, by the way, they pay out current parallel assets on Flux immediately, so you don't have to wait. And finally, no payout fees either. But as if that wasn't enough, they're also doing 5 different giveaways for a total of $1,500 in September to people mining either Ethereum Classic, Flux, Ravencoin or Ergo on their pool. To learn more about those giveaways, check out the pinned comment below this video. And speaking of Ergo, they also unlock blocks after just 72 confirmations instead of 720 like it's coded in Ergo. That means you'll get your Ergo rewards 10 times faster. Of course, they have everything else you'd come to expect from such a high quality pool, like nice stats and charts, ready-made bat files to help you connect to the pool from your mining software, the ability to mine either in a pool or solo, mining rig rentals and nice hash support, the list goes on and on. So when time comes to switch over from Ethereum to another coin, make sure you check them out at herominers.com or by using the link in the video description. But now, let's build the mining rig, and let's start by having a look at the Minerdude server case. It comes with this little instruction here on how to get it all set up. It's really an all-in-one package. The only thing you need to add is obviously the GPUs as well as one of those tiny little motherboard batteries, but other than that, has everything that you need. So let's open it up and have a look. And this is the inside. So you can see it comes with the power supplies here, and I was actually surprised that it has these green little tabs here as opposed to the orange one on my Octominer. So I don't know if this is a little detail that they did on purpose, because it looks absolutely awesome with the black finish on the case here. But yeah, let me show you what comes inside here. So you obviously got all of the server fans running along here. You got your PSUs, the breakout board, motherboard is underneath there. You can see how the motherboard extends out for all of your 12 GPUs. Then we have the support bracket here. And on the support bracket, we have all of the cables in here. So let me open that up. All right, so in here, first of all, obviously, we have the Octominer octopus cable. Not an official term, but that's what I call it. And it's basically all of your C13, C14 plugs that go into the power supply back here, into the 3 server PSUs back here. And then on the other end, you have one of these plugs. Focus. There you go. One of these plugs that you then plug into whatever connection you have on your PDUs or outlet or whatever. And then we have all of the cut to length 8-pin cables. So on one end, this end, they all go into the breakout board here. And then as you can see, they are all perfect length to reach each individual GPU. And you get 2 8-pins per GPU with this case. So it's definitely perfect for all the GPUs that we're gonna put in there. Then you also get the handles that go on the side. So those mount on like this. I haven't done it for my Octominer yet, but yeah, they mount on like this. And finally, you know, some screws to screw your GPU in and some spare screws. I think these are, yeah, awesome. So now I'm just gonna power this on, make sure everything works as it should, and then let's add some GPUs to it. All right, easy peasy. So we have all of the GPUs in here now. And first off, of course, we have the 3070s here. Now these are EVGA XC3 editions, and they are for mining Ergo, of course. Then we have our 2080 Ti's for mining Flux. These are Asus Turbo editions. And finally, we have our AMD RX 6700 XTs for mining Ravencoin. And these are reference model 6700 XTs. And now, I don't know how well this is going to show up in the video, but because I am extra, I went the extra mile here and made sure I got GPU models that are all the same height, just so that I can use this support bar that the Minerdude like server case comes with in order to support them, because I will be mounting this standing up. So I am extremely happy with how this came out, to be honest with you guys. Now, of course, no mining rig is complete without an official GPU heads sticker on the side. So let me just put that on real quick. Awesome, there it is. You can get yours at gpuheadswithaz.com. Check it out, guys. All right, before we put the lid back on, let's turn it on once while it's still open so we can see all of the GPU fans going. All right, so I got the power cord plugged in, and just a quick heads up that the very first time you turn on your Minerdude server case, it's going to like turn on and turn off and turn on and turn off and like power cycle a few times, I guess, while it kind of like initializes everything or gets it all set up or whatever. But just a quick heads up, there's nothing wrong with it doing that. That's just what it does the very first time. Now, I have actually turned this on before just to make sure that it works, which is what you should do before you install your GPUs. So mine is not going to power cycle, but enough blabbing. Let's turn this on, shall we? So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Pretty cool, huh? All right, I'm gonna shut it off and get it all hooked up on the internet, and let's see what hash rates we can get on this. All right, so as a sneak peek into the next video in this series, let's set up our flight sheet in HiveOS and see what hash rates we can get mining on this rig. Okay, so let's have a look at how to make a flight sheet in HiveOS for mining a lot of different coins on the same mining rig. So as you can see, I am on my worker here with all of my GPUs, and you can see all my overclock settings there. And all you have to do is basically click on flight sheet, then go create a new flight sheet by clicking over here, and then just enter one miner per coin. So let's start with Ergo. I'm gonna type in Ergo, select my wallet, select the Herominers pool, of course. I'm gonna go with Germany, and then for the miner, I'm going to select T-Rex. Then all I have to do is I have to come in here, set up miner config, and then in the extra config arguments, this might be a little bit different for each miner, but basically there should be a shortcut here that shows you how to, select which GPUs to mine using that mining software. So I'm just gonna go in there and say number 0, 1, 2, and 3 is what I'm gonna be mining Ergo on. And then I just add another miner, and I'm gonna add for Ravencoin. Now, since all of my Ravencoin GPUs are AMD cards, they're not sort of included in the rest of the list because they're on a different list. They're on the AMD GPU list, right? So I don't have to actually select them. So all I have to do is just come in here, fill out what pool I want to be using, and then select the Team Red Miner. And that works because Team Red Miner only mines on AMD GPUs. It skips any NVIDIA GPUs anyway, and the opposite for T-Rex, where it only mines on NVIDIA GPUs. So we don't really have to think about it there. So finally, let's add our Flux miner. So I'm gonna click Add Miner, type in Flux, select my wallet, select my Herominers pool in Germany, and then finally, I'm gonna go with Mini Z miner. And again, I'm gonna hit Setup Miner Config, come in here into the extra config, and then as you can see, the sort of command for selecting specific GPUs is a little bit different there, but not to worry. And then I'm just gonna say 4, 5, 6, and 7, which are my 2080 Ti's. Hit Apply Changes, create flight sheet, and then I just have to come back to my worker, go back to flight sheet, and launch this new flight sheet that I've made. All right, and here we can see all of the hash rates I'm getting. So the expected 140 mega hash on Ergo for each of the 3070s at just around 100 watts. You can see 99, 99, 106, 105. On the 6700 XTs, I am getting the expected 24 to 25 mega hash at around 85, 86 reported in software. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more in real life. Except for on one of them where I'm only getting 20.7 or so. So I will have to go in and mess with the overclock settings for that GPU a little bit more. This is just a good example of that you can just get pretty bad silicon lottery on one of your cards and there's nothing you can do about it. But probably it just needs a little bit more memory voltage or something like that and it should be good. Then finally you can see here again on the 2080 Ti's, I have two of them with Samsung memory. And they have no problem getting a decent amount of hash rate. However, the other two, which have Micron memory, they cannot take the same amount of overclocking because they will crash. So I have to clock them a little bit lower, and then you can see they also do a little bit worse in terms of hash rate, getting only around 93 megahash or so, while the other two get upwards of almost 100, well, not megahash, solutions per second. Now, please join me in the next video in this series where I'll actually start mining these coins and share all the public addresses with you guys so that you can track the progress on the Herominers pool. And in that video, I'm also going to be sharing all of my exciting math for how much money I think this rig could make after the Ethereum merge based on a few different scenarios. But that's it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it one of these. And if you really liked it, you can now join the channel to help support what I do here. It really does make a big difference and it means a lot to me, so thank you. And as a bonus, if you do decide to join, you also get access to our private Discord chat room, and I love talking with you guys in there. But what you gotta do now is you gotta click on one of those videos on the screen. Because this video is over, you can also click the picture on my face to subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, go click on that next video and I'll see you there. Goodbye. Goodbye, bye bye.